Hey guys, welcome back to whatever this is, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about something that I genuinely had a few issues with. It's obviously involving the Wii U, and it's doing something really dumb that I probably don't need to do, but I'm going to do it anyways because I already have, and that's actually hook up a solid state to this bad boy, as I've never actually seen a proper tutorial video yet on this. So, here we go. So anyways, guys, beginning with this episode, I just want to talk about what it is like to actually have a solid-state drive hooked up to a Nintendo Wii U, as I can't really ever find good information. I eventually found all the right information. It just took a really long time to actually get it. So my goal here is just to quickly explain, like, what it's like, common mistakes I ended up making until I was corrected, and just to put this info out there. And the benefits of having one. So if you have like a hard drive actually connected to your Wii U, I would recommend getting the solid state. It's clearly a lot smaller. The information's a lot quicker, and there are like weird little benefits to it that I'll get into later. So anyways, let's start with the hookups. So anyways, first thing you will obviously need is this solid state drive. This solid state drive I picked up, I'm in Canada, so I picked it up at Canada Computers. I picked this up, it was on sale, 1 terabyte. I forget how much I bought it for because it was quite a while ago. And it comes with one cable. This one cable is good for most products. Now, here's where a lot of the problem comes in with this device. And it's not the fault of this, it's the fault and time the Wii U was made. As at the time, 3.0 didn't quite exist yet in USB, so this is just USB 2. So you really can't take the full advantage of this drive, but it's still beneficial to have the drive. In order to get the drive to work properly, you're going to need a Y cable. What the Y cable will do is it will split your data and it will split your power, which is direly needed. Now, what I was doing initially, and this is just over the course of years and figuring this out, I initially only had the one hooked up. That wasn't great. What ended up happening with that is that it wasn't getting enough power, so it actually made some games actually run worse, like just in general, because I took all the data off of this console and put everything on here. So it actually impacted performance, unfortunately. And I mean, I did that when the Wii U was actually relevant, and I really wish I didn't. You learn, right? And what I've learned over the years is you need 2 power. You need the Y cable, which totally makes sense. So what I did, we'll just flip this around, and I'm going to get zoom-ins on everything. What I would do is I would then plug in plug 1 and plug 2. And I was like, that's it. It's all done. That's enough power. No, it wasn't. So then the other problem I found out, and again, this is just information just not coming together. What I found out was it doesn't output enough power to power it. Now, if you're doing a hard drive, it's going to be worse. With a solid state, it was like just enough power to actually get this thing to function. So I didn't think anything was wrong with it, but there was. Fast forward to a little while ago, I was on another YouTuber's Discord. He doesn't really do anything with it, but a great source of information if you ask him questions. So what I did is I said, hey, what's the best way to hook up the Wii U? This is what my setup is. And one person was just immediately like, no, separate power supply. That person wasn't kidding. I got an external USB, so basically I unplugged one of them. I plugged that in, got that plugged into the wall, plugged this in, boom. It felt like an almost new system. Any weird frame rate issues I was having just dissolved away. Any other weird things, gone. Hiccups were gone in the console, like the inconsistencies. Everything just ran smoother. So that's the first benefit of actually having this, is not necessarily that you're going to have everything run like, oh my gosh, it improves all the performance. It does, but it really doesn't. It just makes the console feel more consistent. So you'll just notice that, like, oh, yep, you're just gonna, everything's just gonna be a little bit smoother. It's just gonna kind of smooth out the rough edges. Probably pulling from this is faster than pulling from the disk drive, as much as I hate to say that. And it's a great benefit. I have a ton of Wii U games that are actually on this solid state drive that I play off of. It is a wonderful system. I love it to pieces, and this is a lot of the ways I actually invest in them. Especially as the Wii U shop was ending, a lot of the games just went like dirt cheap. And because they went dirt cheap, there's quite a few more that I ended up buying that I don't even own physical discs for. I just bought them because they were like $2 to $5, even Canadian. They were like just nothing. They were like, we'll just take what we can. Let's go, boys. And with the solid state drive, I will say in some games there's actually like minor performance enhancements. As with the enhancements, because the data is just constantly there, it never actually has to like look for anything. And because it doesn't actually have to look for anything, the data's just there. So like games like Batman, I swear, do run like a hair better. It's not like, oh my gosh, a night and day difference. It's just a little bit more, which is just kind of what it needed in some cases. Games that run off the disc, they're just gonna kind of run the same. There's not gonna be much of a difference. I was running Mass Effect off of it. Still same, kind of a cool, unique version, and it's on a Nintendo console, which is cool. But yeah, that's the Wii U's SSD in a nutshell. Again, haven't seen anyone talk about this. Just nobody, like, again, the console's not even relevant. So who am I? I'm just some weirdo on the internet. But I just really wanted to get that info out there, as I haven't seen anyone talk about the experience with it or what their feedback really was. Like, I seen one, but most people are like, how to hook it up, how to do, but like no one's actually talking about the experience of running it. I know that's a weird nitpick, but I was looking for information on like, was it worth it? And this is just kind of what I concluded was. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Hopefully, on some level, you found this informative. Maybe you'll be dumb like me and also get an SSD and hook it up to your Wii U because, I don't know, reasons. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Take care. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves.